First of all, I'd like to, Diane gave me a quick email. Everybody give Diane a nice congratulations. She did 92 ticks, 3 for 4 Monday, and 80 ticks yesterday, 3 for 3. A relatively new member in the room, so I like seeing success early on new members. So congrats, Diane, on 92 ticks Monday and 80 ticks on Tuesday. Nice job. All right, we're going to get started here this morning. First of all, I want to show you the basic on the JaySignal setups. I show the JaySignal on Wednesdays and Thursdays only, so we can get some training on it and we can see where the see how to buy and sell it. We had a beautiful Russell 2000 short here this morning. Gerald, go ahead and put in the Russell 2000. Let's go to the basic JaySignal trade out and trade it real quick. Get that over out of oil's way. Let me just show you the setup on what we do. And if we look here this morning, a basic setup that I have on the JaySignal, there's a couple things that we do. With a black line that goes over top of JaySignal on all markets. This works on everything right across the board. It doesn't matter what market you trade in. The futures market also works in Forex and stocks. If you notice, I got a 5-minute trend filter built in, and I want to make sure you understand this. If you look at the 5-minute trend filter, it's these 2 moving averages that go over top of the JaySignal. I use that to predicate my trades off with trend trades. When Diane did her 92 ticks Monday and 80 ticks Tuesday, I impressed upon new members not to counter trend trade the market at all, only take trades with trend. So this 5-minute trend filter really helps out new traders like Diane, who had very successful days, on only taking trades with overall trend direction, retracements with trend. So if you look at this 5-minute, I got a 20 here and a 50 being the pink, 20 being the green. You see, I have a trade set up called the moving average crossover trade. If the 20 crosses to the 50, I sell black. Black will tell me where the volatility of the market should stop. I mean, it tells you the exactly volatility where you're going to have major resistance on a retracement. So it measures the volatility of the market and gives us major resistance points. As you can tell, it caught 2 major highs this morning already off the Russell 2000, just off my black. We call that the line in the sand. So when you reference my line in the sand trade, I'm referencing this black line. So if you're a new, relatively new member, and I talk about the line in the sand, or members in the room talk about the line in the sand, we're talking about this black line on JaySignal. Now, the most popular charts that everybody's using on JaySignal are the 5-sim Renko and the 3-sim Renko. It's our proprietary Renko bar types on NinjaTrader. So I put them up on Wednesdays and Thursdays so you can see the accuracy of the system and you can see the trades. Now these are called number 3 trades on JaySignal. Number 3 trades. You can get number 1s and number 3 just on JaySignal, just like the black charts, which I'll go over in a second. But number 3s are just a retracement to the black line with overall trend direction. And you can take counters off this for more experienced traders if market profile, off of market profile, if it's broken and retested. I'll go over that in a second. But these are number 3 trades. But one of my trade setups is a 5-minute moving average crossover trade. And I like it because once the 5-minute moving averages cross over, I try to sell black with trend. As you can see, the 5-minute moving average crossed over. What I found over 20 plus years, when I get a 5-minute moving average crossover, typically a lot of novice traders are going short because they trade off moving averages. Moving averages are very lagging in nature. Once they cross over, typically the professionals will retrace it straight back up and stop all the novice traders out. That's typically why a lot of traders, active trader came out to about 85 to 90% lose of what we do. It's because of the novice traders getting short at the wrong time, or they're being wrongly positioned at the wrong time. So the moving averages are lagging, and you get all these books out of Barnes & Noble, Amazon, that teach you to do this, and it's definitely the wrong way out of trade. You cannot take moving average crossovers to get in these markets. It's way late, and you're going to hit some and miss some, and it's just a losing proposition. So what we want to do, though, once the 5-minute crosses over, we want to look for a retracement with trend. Now, the retracement is against the black, so you get near the black line up at this level or market profile, you can sell that level with the first bullseye. A bullseye is considered when the red fib dots fire off a trend, when the yellow dot posts right in the middle. So that's a bullseye trade. It's called a bullseye short. What the bullseye is confirming is divergence on the oscillator below on the retracement. as you can see, the price made a higher high. We made a lower high just now in this last trade on the Russell 2000. So this is a great setup because not only were we trending down on JaySignal, we got the 5-minute moving average across down. It retraced, sell black. Consequently, the market weakened up because it got below low value area. Now I have two market profiles in here. I have a high value area and a low value area that goes over your own Ninja charts. Once it got below the low value area, you want to sell black also because that tells you the market is weak. We have a low value, which is the green, the high value, which is red. If I get below low value and the 5 minutes cross down, you got two trend filters telling you to short the retracement. So that lets you know to sell the retracement, and I have dual confluence. So if you ever see market profile, which is the HVA right here, the red, over top the black, that's called confluence, and we'll go over that the next 3 days. Really good. When you see that on JaySignal, that is a very high probability trade. When you get market profile, in fact, if you just want to trade the setups involving market profile by themselves, is a great time to do it. Because market profile, whether it be in the JaySignal with the black line, when they overlap, this is your highest probability trade you can get. You can't get any higher probability than that on JaySignal. When they both overlap with each other, there's your red HVA, there's your black. You get the 5-minute moving average cross down. So that's called a 5-minute moving average cross, sell black, especially with the overall trend. We want to make sure we understand how to do that because it's one of the trades that I've been going over ever since day one on the JaySignal. And if you do have the JaySignal, we got over 30 plus recorded videos. Gerald will get that to you. Okay, so that's very, very important that we understand how to do that. Is moving average crosses over, we're going to buy black. Okay? See, the moving average crossed over here, but you can't buy black because black's on the other side, so it's not a setup. Sell it again. All right, so make sure we understand that. Great trade on the Russell 2000, starting out the morning so far. So then what we do, guys and gals, is what I want you to do is I want you to go to daytradingthefutures.com. Okay? Daytradingthefutures.com. If you're new, I'm going to type this out. All right, once you go to daytradingthefutures.com, when you get a free moment today or tonight, if you're a new member, or this week, or if you're a trial in the room, I know we have a few trials in the room, it's vitally important that you go to daytradingthefutures.com, okay, click on the training tab. Once you click on the training tab, you're going to be brought to a blue screen. Scroll down to the bottom. I have 4 official videos. One of them is how to trade the trade room charts, how to trade these black charts over here. Very, very important. I take my time. I go through it very, very slowly. I'm going to tell you this morning how to do it. But if your head starts spinning a little bit, if you're new in the room, or if you are a trial, if your head starts spinning, it's a great reference chart to go back to, a reference video. Consequently, I have one that tells you what this upper left chart is on these black charts. It's ATR trade. And that will show you that that was confluence on that retest on gold here this morning on that pop. So, and then I have one on how to trade the opening range at 9 o'clock when crude oil opens, when the pit opens at 9 a.m. How to trade the opening range trade. And then I go how to trade the JaySignal chart also. So 4 good videos. You cannot, if you're new to the room, the key to success in this room is knowing the rules. We are a rule-based system. It's not my opinion when to buy and sell. It's not your opinion. The charts tell us exactly when to pull the trigger. So it's very important. Go to daytradingthefutures.com. All right, Day Trading the Future. Hey, Gerald, would you get with Taylor? Help us with his JaySignal. He'll take care of that, Thomas. Daytradingthefutures.com. Click on the training tab. You're good to go. Then what you can do, I got videos. If you click on all videos, we have videos galore. I'm scrolling down. All videos all the way from March of 2013, February of 2013, all the way back. And they're all the same setup. all the same setup. March of 2013, I got a year and 3 months worth of data. I mean, a year and 3 months worth of the same setup that we do. So if you click all videos at daytradingthefutures.com, you're going to pick up some of these setups relatively quick, because you're going to see the setup repeat itself over and over again. All right? The number 1 and number 2 setup.